Hello everyone, it's Lyric from Lovely Lyric Games and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. But this is going to be the start of a brand new series. This is a game called I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. This is episode 1. I will be doing this in a let's play style format. There will be a playlist of this series on my channel, and if you're new here you might want to check out some of my other playlists. I keep everything super organized over there, so you might want to check it out. I am walking into this game pretty blind. I know next to nothing about it besides I've seen it recommended on some cozy game forums, and I picked it up once when it was on sale. But it's kind of just been sitting collecting dust in my Steam inventory, and so I figured what better way to get myself to explore a new game than to make it a YouTube series. So I'm not really sure how long I'm gonna have episodes be. Typically I try to keep most series on my channel around the 30-minute mark, some under, some over. So we're just going to kind of see how it goes, and if you guys are ready to jump in, let's start a new game. Wake up. I like the space theme, very pretty. I'm a big galaxy girl. My desk mat is actually galaxy themed. Warning, this game deals with mature subjects, may not be suitable for all players. See content warnings in the system menu for a detailed list of themes and events. Let's see if I can pull that up for you. Okay. Main menu, content warnings. Okay, so I'm gonna just, if you want, you can skip like 30 seconds ahead, but there's a list of content warnings for this game, and I feel like, because we're starting the new series, I should put this in the first video. So there are content warnings surrounding major character death. I'm not going to spoil who dies, but someone will, so prepare. Children in peril or dying, animal cruelty and death, bodily harm and grossness, implied sexual content, drugs and alcohol, violence and text, mental health and trauma, domestic abuse, traumatic global events. So if any of those things are super triggering for you, please click off the video now. There are so many other games I play, a bunch that are very more cozy and lighthearted on my channel, that you could watch if this seems like too much for you. Thank you for stopping by, but if not, let's get into it. I am very desensitized to trauma. I can do this. This is a fire. Wake to chaos, confusion of light and heat and smoke. There's a fire. Okay. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Event Muna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. How to get out of the fire. Your stomach lurches, the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Yikes. That looks like a person. Oh, she's a hot ginger lady. I'm in love already. How do I take your hand? Your body aches and your eyes burn from smokes. Your friend appears. Your friend? Can't remember her name. She's gesturing and shouting, but you just hear ringing in your ears. Let's climb out first. Try saying when one of your legs folds uselessly underneath you. Won't hold your weight. Been there, felt that. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws you over your shoulder and half drags you towards the door. I've never seen a game in this style before. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. It's all mushrooms. What the fuck is that? Glowing eyes. You shake your head and clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog, like from Earth? Oh, he's a cute little guy. He's not gonna attack me, right? Please? Uh-oh. The creature howls and launches its jaws open. It's attacking me. Okay. I'm very interested right now by this game. I was a teenage exocolonist. Okay. Like I said, I don't know much background about this game, but I'm very intrigued and I think I'm enjoying it so far. You were born on the stratospheric Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which makes fresh air and vegetables for the ship. That's baller as fuck. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vermicha the Fourth in hopes they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes, like they merge your cultures and tradition. They named me Solana. Solane. Let's do Solana because it's easiest for me to pronounce. Solana. Oh my god, character customization. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. Sounds like me in real life. Sliders choose pronouns, late teens appearance. Okay. Oh, it's like gender slider. They, them, he, him. He, him. I'm feeling, I am very she, her. And I try to go pretty femme. Although sometimes I wear pretty baggy or androgynous clothes. But I'm feeling pretty femme. Maybe like not fully full, because I don't wear like cropped stuff. That's like femme appearance, androgynous mask. Okay, I say let's lead slightly more femme, so let's do that. Solana, oh wow. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder if this is like what Venmira will be like. Okay, so we can change these at any time. Okay, so we have stress, physical, mental, rebellion, relationship with adults and colony government. Kudos, reputation-based currency, friends, system, character traits. Empathy, persuasion, creativity, bravery, reasoning, organizing, engineering, biology, toughness, perception, combat, animals. We want to max the animal trait, and I want empathy and persuasion to go up too. Reasoning is also good. Biology though, like I would love to garden. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6 you see the first sign of yours. We are going to do absorbent brain. Because I kind of have that. I have like... not to flex, but like when I was growing up, I was always in advanced classes. I got put in like a specialized, it wasn't like a gifted program per se, but it was kind of like that, and I was put in that for years. I graduated with 2 college degrees, and the span it takes most people to graduate with 1. So I kind of have a very absorbent brain, so I think it would be very fitting if we had that. Professor Hall says kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you, you're always learning and your curiosity knows no end. Relatable to me in real life, I'm always teaching myself new stuff. The other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. Ooh, interesting. Energetic and loyal enemy. Tough and gentle cow. Bold and confident Mars. Quiet and adventurous Diz. Studious and mature Tangent, shy and sweet Tammy. Let's do energetic and loyal. Yes! And she's ginger. Anamine is the most enthusiastic person you know. Your favorite memories, the time she taught you how you to play zero G sports ball. After class, she never means to get you into trouble, but somehow you find it together. Yeah, let's go! You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Howe says it's like a doorway to the other star systems. With the planet Vertimuna on the other side, you run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with the rumble. Then the thing starts to slide off the table. You hurry together near the escape pod just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine. Solana, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we've practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as sirens begin to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out the porthole, the scars are gone. When you're frightened, you can't find a distraction. Get in touch with your emotions or put on a tough face. I suck it up and I push through it, so I'm putting on a tough face. Ooh, who is that? Tangent? Sometimes you pretend to be confident so the people around you will be less scared. You look over to your seat, your classmate Tangent, realize she's doing the same thing. She gives you a hard smile. You return it and keep focusing on your breathing. You wait, the shaking builds. Then everything gets very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too, like your arms are impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this a wormhole? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of the metal giving away as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is the sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything's going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightlessness for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall. Head first, you black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twist out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once, and there's more than just one tomorrow, lots of them, different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not gonna let you miss this. She's freaking gorgeous. Distantly, you feel the ship shaking as by, and you hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbay under you plays a soft tone, and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury is complete healing. They may now be safely discharged. Fog lifts from your head. You realize something is different about this room. It's so bright. Try focus on the window. Something is different. Sunlight? So the familiar blackness of space. The bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people are walking around outside on the ground. Better get out there to join them. We're going to cautiously step outside to the new life. I'm very resistant to change, low-key, in real life. Oh my god! Okay, so this is so different than the first part of the game. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship quarters behind her. You're awake, are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Southeast. Never eat soggy waffles, so down that way by the track. Click on the ground, click on characters to talk. Okay, so we can come over here. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head. She says, I bet your parents were worried your dad's overworking in geoponics near those domes. They are called greenhouses. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. Yeah, it is kind of scary. Okay, southeast. There's our dad. Let's talk to dad. Solana, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it all with jokes and smiles. You love your dad. Welcome to Vertmuna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratosphere from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two and parts taken off from other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only geodesic greenhouses pass outside of it, dotting their way up the hill. How'd you do this so fast? You've been asleep for weeks, my dear aubergine. Eggplant, if you're American. He says, and these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up, but some of this is only a quick, temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day our little colony will be as big as a whole city. Oh, and before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He said. You honestly don't. You remind him you've been asleep in the medbay. Is it our birthday? Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of the sun that your dad made by hand. We're just going to open the package, and we're not going to tell him. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. You feeling a panic rises in your throat, your hand shakes, but how? I don't know. Are you okay, Solana? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. Yeah, maybe that's all that it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Solana, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed in. Don't worry, we're going to fix it, your mother and I. Okay. That's the name of a flower, and I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry, you guys. Unlocked study humanities and engineering. Professor Howell's expecting you in class as if you're feeling up to it. Putting West to the engineering wing. Ew. Sorry, guys. I'm in the humanities, not engineering. In the rear end of the bisected ship, he then points to large doors you came out earlier, or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight. Kisses your head, ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday. Solana, I love you. Love you too. Enter buildings. Click on the door or the flag beside it, or get close and press enter or another action button. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills in advanced time. They're 13 months a year and 10 years till the end of the game. You only have time to focus on a few things. Oh, that's kind of scary. Let's talk to this guy before we go to class. You see Diz sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from someone? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They says there's something to be afraid of, but then why do we need the walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wrinkly. For years in space, you've half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of the ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home trying to find something. Your dad told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, Diz whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. No one believes me. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Stop making fun of me. You're as bad as Mars. I'm not trying to. Okay, well. Where were classes? What's the flag? Will it tell me? Command. Let's leave command. Because we are supposed to go to classes. Is there a map? Okay. Oh, memories. 11 cards for challenges. Okay. Giggling, first words, crawling, first steps, cut phase, means loyalty, wondering, discovering, absorbing brain. Year, sun medallion. Keep adding to your deck as you age and forget cards by spending time relaxing. With a limited number of gear slots to pick on your organization and other skills, click to equip or unequip things. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Is that where we would... Okay, there's engineering. Let's talk to our friend first, and then we'll go study. Hiya, Solana. Anamine seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff's different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but still neat, and you can still make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little, and Anamine is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Hey, what are you making? Just snow spirals, she said. But earlier, me and Cal made a big snow pile. You missed it when you were sleeping in the med bay. She smiles, her broad capped tooth smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everyone is. I guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay. Professor House shows he won't mind, but we should probably go in now. Race you. Okay, well, let's go in. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of the wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, no, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Solana. Okay, humanities or life sciences? I like humanities. I'm a humanities girl, but I'm also interested in life science. Like, I've been getting into gardening. So let's do the first time, let's do life science. And maybe next time we can do humanities. Be a well-rounded girl. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Howell welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. Gestures to the holo-projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. I would rather vomit. No offense if you're into engineering. Mad respect, I can't do the numbers. For today's lesson, Professor Howe tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. Oh my god, kill me. I hate group projects, you guys. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Fortuna. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at the speed of over a meter a day and have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it, and the rest is up to you. Tang looks up a surveyor's note on the holonet. Mush trees are most abundant south of the colony in stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. If we use water instead of soil, like they do with hydroponics, They like wet weather and might work. Let's do, okay, here's the thing. I want to, let's do a grow light. Because I use grow lights with my seed sprouts, and they're actually doing quite well. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but by midweek your little mush tree shoots sprouts up and starts its journey. You raise the light gradually as it grows towards it. In the end, yours is the middle of the pack. Since mush trees tend to grow in rainy, overcast places rather than hot, dry ones, you wonder if you might have given it too much light. Okay. Really quiet. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move up to 5 cards to fill the panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If your total on the circle reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your card, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Okay. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Okay. Bonus for straights, increasing left to right. More cards in a straight flush pair, the higher the bonus added to your total. Okay, so if we do here, what if we do it like that? That would probably be the best. And then we can just put that card on there and win. Victorious, we worked well this month in biology. Okay, plus 5 biology, plus 1 reasoning, plus 15 stress, which isn't great, plus 1 kudos. Okay. Your skills increase when you go to work or school with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters wing. Okay. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away. But there seems to be something more to this than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratosphere when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed, though you can tell they're exhausted. They make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches as she works out Pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Yes, ma'am. Your dad smiles, and Professor Hall will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there's lots of different ways to learn, and school's just one of them. You can learn by working from a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have different ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics, your mom says. We could use your help. Nice. Well, it seems early quiet, mid quiet next month. We're 10. Okay. Well, it seems like we don't quite... We could go to see if... Let's talk to our mom and dad. It seems like we're missing them. And we're still only 10, so we're pretty young to be away from them for so long. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Playing in the fresh air. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Ventruma is magnificent, isn't it? Seasons, he shouts. I missed seasons. Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. Just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. Let's talk to Mama. You find your mom hard at work setting up greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plants pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? Remember, Solana, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You decide how to spend your time so long as it's productive. She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the Stratophere's severed fame. Professor Hall is still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with work around here. Claps a hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need right now? What are you doing in geoponics? She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing beneath her feet. It's green, the color of Earth's plants. We're doing our best, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Solana, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Jump out, it'll help build those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. What's happening in engineering? How's teaching classes on life science, engineering, and humanities? If you pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there in a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you, she says, gesturing the fields. We do need every pair of hands we can get. If you want to work with me here in geoponics, it's just studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. Fair. So let's see, what's the garrison? Security Chief Rhett is organizing a sports ball team. Used to play it in. You back on the ship, it'll be different here with the planet's gravity. All the adults in the colony, Rhett and your mom, are the most like soldiers you've seen on the Holovid. For a moment, you think your mom's going to suggest something else, and she shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. Okay, bye. So our dad seems to want us to be doing more labor, but our mom really wants us to focus on our education. I think we should come talk to our friend, maybe, for a minute. And Meme is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Good lord. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the wall your direction. Think fast, let's do a trick. You catch the ball with your wrists, pop it up, and headbutt back to Meme. She grins her huge gap-toothed smile. Whoa, nice move, Solana. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Meme tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court. It's way bigger than the 0G1 in the stratosphere. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome. Like him, you should come join us. Oh, that's cool. I think right now we should maybe go try to please our mom. And let's go to school. I want to see engineering classes. I don't know if I'm ready to register for that yet. I did one thing of life sciences, which is good. I think I'm gonna do 1 month studying the humanities, just so we're a little better, you know. We want to be kind of well-rounded. If our mom wants us in school, we might as well make sure we have a diverse skill set. Welcome, Solana. Professor, all great too. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities, history, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And, if we're lucky, we'll have a little ancient earth poetry too. Seem excited about the last bit. By the way, if anyone's interested in taking engineering classes, please register when you'll have through Congruence's scheduling system when you have the chance. She'll help me teach them. Be quiet, studying humanities. Okay. Flush, pair, and then flush. There we go, and we win. You worked well this month. Creativity. Alright. Done. This week you have a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what someone is about to say or do before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Hall was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of flash rounds. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As he walked away, his hash brown saved for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with real stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying for help as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you recall these faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if these things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to sell someone, they say you're playing a trick or you're sick and need to go to the med way. You don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something's happening at the geoponics that you don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. mid-quiet, late quiet, end month. Alright, and I think that's where we're going to end this first episode of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist here. If you guys are enjoying this series so far, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Doing all of that fun stuff, because I am a small creator, so it does help me out when you take the extra time to engage. If you are new to my channel, feel free to check out some of my other Let's Plays. If you like kind of cozy games like this and some story games, there's definitely stuff on there you'll enjoy, but no pressure. Just thank you for watching till the end. I hope you are well. I hope the rest of your day goes well, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!